It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 10 carries, 61 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
From the 30 on second down, Wentz, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And an Eagle first down.
To throw, it's Wentz. It's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they do it.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And it's not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Wentz on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, Washington.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Wentz's pass.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Wentz now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards, a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Loss of 8 yards. It's second down.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
That puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
A 22-yard attempt.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Eagles nothing. Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run it here with Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Washington first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now a carry for Brown. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Throwing again, here's Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Makes this Washington.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the...
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I was starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now Landry. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And right side, they're going to go option here. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. The Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Wins to throw again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That time, a 6-play drive. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Washington takes over 1st and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
12 yards there and a first down. Here's Haskins out of the gun.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Haskins back to the air. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And Washington has taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Wentz to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Now a carry for Sanders. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Eagles 10.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's It's a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
29-yard line.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. His second touchdown of the night. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8. At the 26-yard line.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And that will be incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Makes this Washington 24.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
And we'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 yards, the pickup there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
In the end zone. Brings up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Haskins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
That's up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get it. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Still a lot to be determined in terms of their final seeding. We do know they'll be in the playoffs, but in what shape, what capacity, we're not sure. But here, ready for a sports cliche, and then just take them one game at a time. Right? And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
47-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. On 1st down, Wentz. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Working from the gun, Wentz.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bush. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
Again, it's Wentz. Making the catch, it's Winfrey. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Winfrey. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And right side, they're going to go option here. That he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Juwan Winfrey, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score.
Big score. First step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
We'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball. Saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From midfield now, Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Haskins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A gain there of 21 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And the numbers for him, pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8 ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his yardage. That's cool, but it's not paying off on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. From 3 yards out.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And his kick is good.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That'll be caught. Rager with it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Sanders has it over the middle.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
35.
Well, this game was decided.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Wentz, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's, you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll indeed take a knee.